Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we have to talk about good luck, Americans. Property taxes. Oh my. Let me know what your property taxes are per square foot in what state down below in the comments section. I'm so curious. But we're going to talk about why it affects you and everybody in your neighborhood and in your state. It's not over. You are at risk every year that they make an assessment. The price goes up. Let's talk about it and welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for being here. Please share the videos because you never know who's out here that needs this information and or needs help. Let's get down to the YouTube channel podcast page, the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel podcast page, aka SSN Nation. If you haven't checked out any of these videos, I suggest you do promptly. And again, share these videos. You never know who's looking up and do not know what mess that they are getting into. And I'm going to start this video off with property taxes. But check this out. I'm just going to make a separate video about this because this has been one of my pet peeves because people enjoy buying liabilities. A home is a liability and people do not realize what I mean. Investor claims a 500K home will only net 600K, but stocks would have turned the same money into 3.4 million. Stop pretending it's an investment. This is in the Bazinga. I'll have a link down below article so you guys can get a preview on what I'm going to be talking about. Once you add in your interest, your property taxes, your insurance over a 30-year time frame, you have most often paid double and then some for the house. That is why, wait till we have the class, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's get down to the situation at hand. The topic at hand tonight. Homeowners are covering a massive $484 million property tax mistake in this U.S. city. Well, this is going to be short and sweet. This U.S. city is Baltimore, Maryland. The reason why is there are 13,000 homes. 7% of the city's housing stock stand vacant, eroding neighborhood stability and shrinking the city's tax base. Vacant lots can be valued at 10 to 15 times less per square foot than comparable occupied parcels, leaving residents to shoulder an effective property tax rate of, oh my, 2.24%. Just so everybody understands what this is, a $500,000 house, you times that by 2.24%, I think that's going to be over 10K a year, ladies and gentlemen. All right? That's the idea here. And here's the problem. Let's say that's 10K. Somebody has a vacant lot, the whole street, 3, 4, 5 lots are vacant. And they get to pay $500. Meanwhile, our property taxes put in the road, any upgrades, the sewer, the electrical, water, garbage. We're paying, like they said, 10 to 15 times more. We pay $10,000 a month. You get to pay 500. You get to pay 700 because your land is vacant. Not helping. Meanwhile, when the prices go up, like they have, then the people that have actually built homes, helped add to the infrastructure, they're the ones that shoulder most of the burden. That is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to Hawaii as well. Hawaii landowner blinded by $600,000 property tax increase. Good Lord. 600%? The downside of real estate appreciation. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Your property values increase. Your property tax values increase. So, what do you guys think? That's why it's the downside of real estate appreciation. I love this so much. Imagine being fortunate enough to inherit land in paradise and then having to fight tooth and nail to keep it after a 600% increase in your property tax bill. This is real life, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah Kuhalani Goo's family inheritance in Hana on the Hawaiian island of Maui, which is roughly 3 to 5 miles north. I guess I'll call it north of Lahaina. Let's call it 7 miles north of Lahaina. Okay, it's that close to Lahaina and Maui. That's where the big fire occurred 2 years ago or so. The property had been in the family since Hawaiian king gifted it to Goo's family in 1848. How do you get somebody up out of their property? People go, how did people lose their property when they had it in 1800s and 1900s? Their family used to have 200 acres. What happened? This is the type of stuff that happens, ladies and gentlemen. If the government wants your property, the state wants your property, all they have to do is do an unreasonable amount on taxes. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that gets it. Goo's fight to keep her family's land began in 2019. And I don't even want to get into what happened after that, because all of a sudden, all the billionaires started rushing over to the islands. Like the guy, Larry Ellison, bought Molokai, and he controls almost everything there. And the inhabitants of Hawaii have to live with everything, the energy bills, the electric bills. I mean, it's out of control. Now, the unintended consequences of that appreciation is a diminishing number of Hawaiians who can afford to own or buy property in their ancestral homes. That is the reason why home ownership costs so much, along with the insurance, along with the redlining, along with what's happening, we're talking about now with the vacant lots or people in one side of this section of your county. They pay a lower percentage rate for their property tax bills than you do. All right, just saying. Here we go again. Who really owns Hawaii? And I'm going to end this because I can't take it.